Hey, welcome back to the Introvert Circus. Thanks so much for watching our videos. I am back today with a video I didn't want to make, a very frustrating video. So, I don't like saying negative things about companies that make dog gear, but I am so upset right now. So I posted about this on social media over the weekend. On Saturday, I was grooming my youngest dog, Sirius. So if you're new to my channel, that's my 2-year-old Newfoundland. We groom every day. P.S. If you want a large dog, if you want a large heavy-coated dog, that is what you will be doing. And I took off her collar. She has been wearing for the last 6 months a Kurgo waterproof collar. It is a Kurgo Atomic waterproof collar is what it is called. Actually the Atomic Drop Waterproof Much collar. And I've really enjoyed it. We've used it for 6 months, specifically because I was looking for a heavy duty collar that would be quick dry, because we do a ton of things in the water with all of our dogs. Spring, summer, and fall, and even some winter, especially now that we're on, hi Charlotte, now that we're on the West Coast, but looking for a collar that was quick dry because she deeply swims. Charlotte here is my wader. She likes to wade. She does swim, and she will swim in the summer, but most of the other season she's wading, so her collar might get a bit damp, but it's not getting super wet. Sirius, on the other hand, is a swimmer. She's a water dog. We're planning to start doing water work training this summer. She loves to swim, and because she's heavy coated, collars that are not quick dry stay wet on her for long periods of time, which I don't like. Not good for her fur, not good for her skin, and they get smelly. So we have tried to avoid that, and this collar is perfect for that. I am, contrary to popular opinion, different from a lot of dog people in one way, which is that I'm not particularly infatuated with fancy gear. I have lots of friends that think nothing of dropping a couple $100s on a Paco collar. Those collars are gorgeous, but it's not where I choose to spend my money, and it's not where I choose to spend my dog money. I'm a big fan of sturdy but simple gear. Charlotte has just a very plain nylon limited slip martingale. I love this collar. It's great. She's my spooky rescue. I like limited slip martingales for that reason, because she can easily slip a collar. We don't walk on collars, but my dogs always have collars on with ID, and it's always a good backup, just, out in the world. So she has that. My oldest dog has a very cheap rhinestone fancy leather collar that I got on Amazon that came from China for like under $15, I think under $10. Anyway, so this is the very long version of, this is the collar that we had. And when I took it off of Sirius on Saturday, and we've been using this collar again, as I said, for 6 months. I ordered it last June, and I loved it. It is nylon that's coated in, I'm not sure if it's silicone. I think it's silicone. I don't remember. That is basically instant dry, and it has been perfect for being in and out of the water. So loved, loved, loved this collar. Took it off on Saturday, and I was astonished because as I took it off, it literally broke in my hand. You can see the rivets here, and I have, if I can get them to focus, these are the bits that came off. That's not going to focus very well, but they are completely rusted inside. The outside of them, the part I have been able to see every day when I groom my dog and am working with my dog and I'm hanging out with my dog, looked completely fine. And that's the part that is scariest. So the outside, the parts that I could see, looked fine, but the inside was completely rusted and corroded. You can see the rivets that are still attached on this side look completely fine. However, inside where I couldn't see, you can see this is one of the ones that broke off. They rusted completely rusted, corroded. So I freaked out. Thank God this happened while we were home, while I was grooming. As I said, I don't walk on buckle collars. My dogs very often / ever, pretty much only if we are, if she was at rally class or if she was at a rally competition. Obviously, we'd be on a flat collar because that's regulation. We do use these collars when long lining, when swimming. But otherwise, just for like general street walking, I prefer to use head halters just for safety. My dogs aren't pullers. They all know loose leash walks, but with the big dogs, I like them for safety reasons. So, but we do, as I said, use these for swimming or anytime I'm long lining because they're not pullers, right? And I am terrified thinking about how this could have happened to a dog who was using this collar to be walked on, a legitimate thing that somebody reasonably could expect to be able to do with their dog. And this could have been disastrous. So I freaked out. I posted on social media about it. I tagged Kurgo on Twitter. And I like Kurgo products a lot. They're not super high end, but again, they're sturdy and solid, good products. I'm not, a name brand person when it comes to, I need the fanciest dog gear. And I love their backpack, which I actually got as a PR promotional item, doing some work, PR work with Kurgo last summer, and it's amazing. We use it every weekend pretty much, taking the dog somewhere so that my little guy, he'll be 17 this summer, can ride, use it for hiking, use it for hanging. It's perfect. Love their gear. So it's actually that was what inspired me to buy this, which I did buy with my own money last summer because I liked their gear so much and this looked like exactly what I was looking for. So I tweeted at them. They didn't respond over the weekend, which was fair. And then I retweeted at them on yesterday, because I hadn't gotten a response. I heard back within minutes saying, please email us at their customer service email address. We want to talk to you about this. So I sent them the picture and I disclosed, absolutely, my dog is in the water a lot, freshwater and saltwater. She's a Newfoundland. We do a lot of water training, and we enjoy going places with water. That's what this gear is designed for. And I heard back from the customer service representative, and because Kurgo has a lifetime warranty on, I don't know if it's all their gear, but definitely like this item, they were like, send us your dog's size and your address and your name, and we'll just send you a brand new one, which is nice. I don't know if I'm going to use it or not. I haven't decided. I'm just super freaked out about it. But when I wrote back, I was like, honestly, I'm not that concerned. I mean, thank you. Send me, you want to send me a replacement. That's great. I'm not that concerned about the $15 or whatever it was I spent on this collar. My concern is that this happened after 6 months of use and that a dog could be seriously injured by this happening. I was very lucky. It happened while I was grooming. Nothing was going to happen to my dog in the living room as I took her collar off. But this could happen to somebody in the world with their dog who thought their dog was protected with a sturdy collar and then the collar breaks. So the customer service representative got back to me and their response was, if you are going to use this collar in salt water, after every use, you need to take it off your dog, you need to rinse it, and you need to dry it. Otherwise, the salt water is going to corrode the collar. And I wrote back thanking them for that information, and after again confirming that information was nowhere on any of the ordering material information about the collar, I have suggested that they need to add that information, and I got no response other than a tracking number for the replacement collar that I don't even know that I'm going to use. And I am so frustrated about it because that makes sense. Metal does corrode in salt water, but none of the other metal on this collar is at all impacted. And that just fell out. That's the one that was rusted. Again, looking at the metal that I can see on this collar looked completely fine. So If the answer is because salt water is so corrosive, and certainly it is, that you need to wash and dry this collar after every time, after you go into salt water with your dog, that's fine. But you need to tell dog guardians that that's the case. And then we can make decisions about whether we're going to use this collar or whether we're not going to use this collar. My big concern is that the dangerous area that corroded was somewhere I could not see. There's no way that I could actually see if this collar was weakening because of water usage unless I broke it and took it apart. Which is why I probably won't end up using the one they're sending me. I don't know. Probably not, because there's no, as I'm just sitting here talking through it and looking at it, there's no way I could have known. Yes, metal corrodes, but the metal looked fine until it broke open. And then we could see all of the rusted bits. So I'm pretty frustrated right now. I'm pretty freaked out. You know, I take the safety and well-being of my dogs incredibly seriously. It's the most important thing to me. And to think that a collar that I bought that we used and I felt good about and seemed like a great option just ultimately isn't safe is a big bummer. And I feel really disappointed that the company was unresponsive to my suggestion that they really needed to put that kind of care information very clearly on their marketing materials for this collar, because I don't think anybody would have thought that they needed to do that with a collar like this. I keep my dog's gear clean, but none of my dog's gear I wash and dry after every time we expose to salt water. I just don't. I've never needed to do that. I watch my gear closely to make sure it's in good condition, and everything I could see looked in good condition, but ultimately it wasn't. So this is my rambling sort of warning video about, you know, be really careful about the safety of your dog's gear. Even if you think you've been really careful, your gear might not be as good as you think it is. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up if you liked it. Please subscribe if you have not already subscribed. I am really trying to kick this channel off this year and have a bunch of fun videos with the dogs planned. See you later. Bye.